Hello and welcome to TESPERT MBA Prep. So we are starting the LRDI sessions. This is the first session where we are looking into linear arrangement, and we will take around 75 to 80 good LRDI sessions which cover entire CAT LRDI syllabus. So on a regular basis we will be uploading the videos, and all these videos cover the entire syllabus of LRDI as far as CAT is concerned. And besides the syllabus covered, this is also very helpful for other non-CAT exams as well, such as NMAT, IIFT and SNAP. So before starting this session, I have already uploaded a video on the basics of logical reasoning, where I just explained you about the linear arrangement, circular arrangement, all are basics. So I will be providing you the link in the description. So just watch the first 15 minutes of that video and just get back to this video. So let us start now. So this is the set 1. So throughout all these sessions we will be solving around 900 different sets, right? So out of this 900, 250 sets will be basic level. Okay, 250 sets will be basic level, 300 will be of moderate level, and remaining 350 will be of the difficulty level, right? So all these 900 sets cover entire syllabus of CAT, and these sets are also useful for IIFT and NMAT exam as well. While explaining the sets, I will be briefing you about the set and the importance of the set. Alright. So this is the first set. Just pause the video and try to solve by yourself. Okay, just pause the video. Okay, I hope you solved it. 5 cricketers are sitting on a bench to be photographed. Okay, so Dhoni is to the left of Sachin and to the right of Ishan. Rohit is to the right of Sachin. Okay, so the first thing is, the moment you look into this 5 cricketers, the number, and if there is no direction given, what you can assume is, you can assume any direction. Let's say we assume not direction. So 5 cricketers are sitting on a bench. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. You can pick up any statement which is more convenient. Okay. So if we take the first statement, Dhoni is to the left of Sachin and to the right of Ishan. So what does this mean? So if we place Dhoni here, okay, if we place Dhoni here, Dhoni is to the left of Sachin. Okay, I am assuming that all these are facing the north direction. So Dhoni is to the left of Sachin. So this is, if this is Sachin, so Dhoni is definitely left of Sachin and to the right of Ishan. So Dhoni must be right of Ishan. So Ishan must be left of Dhoni. Okay, so the pattern is I, D and S. And if we move on to the second statement, Rohit is to the right of Sachin. Okay, if Sachin is here, then Rohit must be here. See, just listen. Rohit is to the right of Sachin. What is meant by Rohit is to the right of Sachin and Rohit is to the immediate right of Sachin? Rohit is to the right of Sachin doesn't mean Rohit is to the immediate right of Sachin. Alright, see, if Sachin is here, Rohit must be to the right of Sachin as per statement number 2. But Rohit may not be immediate right of Sachin. There can be one more person who is between Sachin and Rohit. That is exactly what the last statement tells us, which is Kohli is between Sachin and Rohit. Yeah, there you go. Kohli is between Sachin and Rohit. So Sachin is here, Rohit is here, so Kohli must be here. So the pattern is I, D. Let us fill the pattern here. I, D, S, K and R. A very basic set, just to make you understand how to fill up. Alright, and the only thing you must remember in this set is the difference between right and immediate right, or left and immediate left. Okay, and all the basics I explained you in the video that I have shared you in the description. So kindly check the video and just watch for the first 15 minutes, and just you can resume this video. I hope it's clear now. Let us move on to the next set. So you can pause the video and try it by yourself. Okay, hope you solved this. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So there are 7 participants in a marathon. They are standing in a row facing north direction. Alright. So we have 4 statements which are given. So F is to the immediate right of E. So before solving this, let us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Alright. So F is to the immediate right of E, which means F is to the immediate right of E. So E must be here and F is to the immediate right of E. This means E and F form a pair. There is no one who would come between E and F. Okay, so there will be no one who will come between E and F. So if it were given like F is to the right of E, right? So if it were given like this, F is to the right of E, then what we can do is, if we place E here, then F can be placed anywhere here. F can be placed here, F can be placed here, F can be placed here, F can also be placed here, because F is to the right of E. F is not immediate right of E. Since we are given that F is to the immediate right of E, we are placing F immediately next to E. I hope you understood the difference clearly. So if we move on to the second statement, E is fourth to the right of G. Okay. So E is fourth to the right of G, which means if E is here, right? If E is here, then G must be 4 places before E, which means the first place, second place, third and fourth. G must be here, because E is fourth to the right of G, which means this is the first, second, third place and this is the fourth place. Alright, don't count it from here. Don't count it like this. This is the first one, second, third and fourth. No, this is wrong. You have to count one step after the person who is just placed. Alright. So from first and second statements, we inferred this one and this one. And one more thing which you must understand is E and F form a pair. So if E is here, then F must be next to E. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we figured out 6 places. Of course, 3 places are still vacant out of the 6. Now the third statement says C is the neighbor of B and D. Okay. So C is the neighbor of B and D. So C is the neighbor of B and D. So if you observe, we can figure out 2 cases, which means C is to the neighbor of B and D. This is possible. BCD is possible and DCB is also possible. Because in both the cases, C is the only one which is the neighbor of both D and B. Alright. So anything is possible. We have to assume both the cases, and we shall fit which cases helping us to form the set easily, to solve the set easily. Now if we look at the last statement, the participant who is third to the left of D is at one of the ends. Now this statement can be a lead for us, because see, the participant who is third to the left of D is one of the ends. Okay, so if we place D here, alright, if we place D in this place, then the participant who is third left of D, which means first left, this is the second left, this is the third left, and this is the fourth left. But here third left of D is at one of the ends, which means D must be moved here. If D is moved here, so we moved D from here to here. Now this is the first left, second left, and third left. So the participant who is third to the left of D is one of the ends. So this is the leftmost end, and this guy is third left to D. So D is fixed, D must be here. So having solved this, having figured it out, we shall just adjust the arrangements with D in the fourth place. So if D is here, we actually have two cases here. Let me write it. Let me erase this and write the second case as well. Okay, this is case 1, and the second case is, so anyways D is fixed, D must be in the fourth place. Now we can place G. In the first case we can place G here, and we can place E here, because the difference between G and E is 3 places, first, second, and third, 3 places. So here also we got the 3 places as the difference. So if E is here, F must be here. That we learned it from the we inferred it from the first statement. So this is the first case, but if you observe, the problem with the first case is we cannot arrange B and C, because B and C will definitely form a pair. It can be B and C, or it can be C and B. So two consecutive places must be vacant, but here there are no 2 consecutive places. All these 3 are alternative places. So this case is completely ruled out. And if we talk about the second case, so instead of placing G here in the second place, we can place G in the leftmost end. So if we place G in the leftmost end, anyways the gap between G and E must be 3 spaces. So 1, 2 and 3 spaces. So E will come here. So F is immediately followed. Now what happens is B, C and D. B and C can be arranged. So as D is here, so B and C must come here. B, C, because C is the neighbor of B and D. So C cannot be changed. C is fixed. C is fixed. B and D are variable. So we figured out all the members, all the 6 members. So the last one is A. So A will come here, because that is the only vacant space. So this is also a very simple set. Very simple set. See, why we are starting with the basic level sets is because you have to learn all the basic concepts. Because if we take any CAT set, okay, LRDI set, or even a quant question, that is a combination of more than 2 simple concepts, which means if you are not aware of a simple concept, let's say a quant question is a combination of 3 simple concepts. Even if you are aware of 2 concepts, and if you are unaware of the third one, then you won't be able to get a correct answer. You may leave the question. So that makes the question too difficult, but in reality that is not a difficult question. So you shouldn't miss out the basics. if you are not confident about your basics, that can eventually kill the time in the examination, or while solving the mocks, that may kill the time. So you must learn all the concepts. That is the reason why we are starting with the basic sets. Eventually we will solve more and more difficult sets, high quality sets, so that you will be ready for the CAT exam. So in the previous set, the learning is the important learning is the difference between immediate left and immediate left and immediate left. And in the current set, the main learning is figuring out two cases, alright, and just fitting the best case possible, alright. So before fitting out the best, before arranging all these people, just you have to do some rough work, and you have to just adjust them, so that if they are adjusted and if you do not get any problem with any of these statements, then you have solved it. Okay, if you get even a single problem with any of these statements, okay, then you have made something, some error or some mistake. So you have to just look into that, and you have to just rectify it. If every statement agrees, then your answer is correct. So let us move on to the next set. Just pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, hope you solved it. So P, Q, R, T, U, V, Y, Z. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. So 8 are sitting in two opposite rows facing each other. Alright. So each row has 4 persons. Okay. P is between V and V and are facing north. Z is opposite, so north and south. Okay. So 4 and 4. Let us figure it out like this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these guys are facing the south direction, and these guys are facing the north direction. This is towards south, and these are towards north. Okay. So as each row has 4 persons, I have arranged it like this. Okay. So what does the second statement tell us about? So P is between V and Y and are facing north. Okay. So if they are facing north, we have to arrange P, V and Y here, right? So P is between V and Y. So P is between V and Y. So we cannot directly place here V, P and Y, and we cannot also place like this V, P and Y. So in this case we have to take more and more cases. That is waste of time. So instead of that, just do some rough work there, instead of directly putting that and arranging them, trying to arrange them. Okay, just don't waste your time. So P is between V and Y and are facing north. So it can be V, P and Y. It can also be Y, P and V, because P is just between. Okay. Now the trick here is, the trick to solve these kind of sets is, whenever you solve a statement, right, what you have to do is, you have to pick up the next statement which is actually connected to the previous statement that you already solved. Now that we solved the second statement in which P, V and Y are connected, right, you have to just look for one more statement in which at least one of them must be connected. So Z doesn't come in the second statement, neither U nor Q. So R doesn't come in the second statement, T doesn't come, Q doesn't come, Z doesn't come. Yes, Y comes. Y comes in the second statement as well, P, V and Y. So After solving second statement, it is better to solve the fifth statement. Let us see whether we can solve it or not. So z is to the immediate right of y. Yes, so if y is here, z must be here. Okay, immediate right, because z is immediate right. So according to the fifth statement, z is to the immediate right of y. Since so z definitely comes here. Z is one of the persons who is facing north direction. All right, so if we take the first case, z is to the immediate right of y, which means z comes here. All right, and don't do this mistake of ruling out the second case. Okay, second case shouldn't be ruled out. Why? Because z is to the immediate right of y, and many students think that there is no space between y and p, so the only case is z here must be to the left of y, which is not possible, which actually violates the condition. So they will just immediately rule out the second case, which is not correct. All right, so what you can do is, there is also one more case possible, which is z is to the immediate right of y, which means here you have to understand the difference between and exactly between. Here p is between v and y. Here p is between. This is very important. Please listen here carefully. P is between v and y. So this is the meaning of the second statement. But what is the meaning of exactly between? Exactly between, which means v, p and y, right? What is meant by exactly between? P is exactly between, okay, p is between v and y. This is the meaning of the statement, and this is the arrangement. But what is the arrangement of p is exactly between v and y? If I say p is exactly between v and y, then the spaces to the right side of p, there must be the same number of spaces to the left side of p as well. Okay, so if there is one space between p and y towards the right hand side, there must also be one space between p and v towards the left hand side. For instance, or if there is no space, then there is no problem. Then also it is exactly between. And exactly between can also be like this. Let's say p is here. There are two spaces between p and y, and towards the left hand side there are also two spaces between p and v. Now here also p is exactly between v and y, because the spaces between v and p and y both are same. This is the meaning of exactly between. Okay, instead of exactly between, if there is between, then it can also be like this. V is here and p is here and y is somewhere here. So this is the meaning of between, but this is the meaning of exactly between. Okay, this is the meaning of exactly between. But in the second statement we are given just between, not exactly between. Okay, so in the first case it is exactly between, we have figured out only exactly between. But in the second case we can do like this, we can arrange like this. Y comes here. Okay, so z is to the immediate right of y, which means it can be yz pv. It can be yz p and v. We are not violating any statement. You can just cross check once. Z is to the immediate right of y. So here z is to the immediate right of y, and p is between v and y. So here also p is between v and y. So no statement is being violated. Okay, so this case is also possible. The second case is also possible. Alright, so this is the most important learning of the third set. Alright, so we have two cases here, two possible cases here, which we must note it down. So let me erase this. See, in the exams like NMAT, IIFT, these kind of sets will be given, because if you are not aware of these simple concepts, then these will kill your time. Okay, these may get you in some trouble. So in order to avoid these kind of situations, just focus. You have a lot of time, ample amount of time, so just focus on the basics first, and we'll move on to the more and more difficult sets. All right, so yeah, so let me figure out the two possible cases. This is case 1, which is V, P, Y and Z. So V, P, Y, Z is one case, and the second case is Y, Z, P, V. Okay. And if we consider the third statement, Z is opposite to U. See, why we consider the third statement is because the fifth statement and third statement are interlinked, because the one of the elements which is in fifth statement, the same element is in third statement, Z and Z. That is the reason why we considered the third statement immediately after fifth statement. So Z is opposite to U, who is to the immediate left of Q. So Z is opposite to U. So in the first case, it will be Z is to the opposite to U. So U must be here. U must come here. And in the second case, U must come here, because U is opposite to Z. Okay. Now the next learning is Z is opposite to U, who is to the immediate left of Q. Here, who refers to whom? Whom does who refer to? Does who refer to Q or U, or does who refer to Z? Just think about it. Please remember, whenever who is there, it refers to you. This is basic English. But whenever who is there, it refers to the person who is introduced just to the left of who. So Z is opposite to U, and U is to the immediate left of Q. So U is to the immediate left of Q. So as U and Q are facing south, so to place U as to the left of Q, in the first case we must place Q here, so that U is to the immediate left of Q, because Q and U are facing south direction. So in the second case, Q must be placed here. Alright. Now the last statement, R is between T and Q. Okay. So in the first case, R is between T and Q. So Q is here, T is here. So R must be here, because R is between them. So in the second case, T is here and R is here. So I hope you have learned two important points here. So these will help you eventually while solving some higher difficulty level sets. Okay, let us move on to the next set. Just pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Hope you solved this. So there are 7 different brands of cars that belong to different companies. These are Mercedes, BMW, Bentley, Toyota, Tesla, Lexus, and all these cars are arranged facing east in the following order. Okay. So 4 statements are given. I hope you read these statements. So just tell me which statement is the best one to start with. Okay. So which statement is the best one to, so that we can start comfortably. Is it statement number 1, 2, 3 or 4? See, if we consider the fourth statement, right? First of all, let us name this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So if we consider the fourth statement, BMW is which is third to the left of Mercedes is at one end. So BMW, we know now we came to know that BMW must be at one of the ends, but it is third to the left of Mercedes. That means which means BMW is to the left extreme end. Okay. See, even though it is given that they are facing east, we can also assume that all are facing north. If you are not comfortable while you are solving in the east direction, if you are not comfortable with east direction, just assume that they are facing north, and after solving the set you have to just turn it towards east direction, so that there won't be any problematic part. Okay, the answer, the set will still be the same. Okay, even if you assume that they are facing north, the arrangement will still be the same. Okay, so BMW is to the third to the left of Mercedes, which means if Mercedes is here, BMW is third to the left. This is the first left, this is second left, and this is the third left. So BMW must be here. Alright. So fourth statement is completely ruled out. Two more statements, and if we consider second statement, Lexus is fourth to the right of BMW. Why I chose the second statement is because second statement is interlinked with fourth statement. Here we have BMW, and here in the second statement also we have BMW. Alright. So Lexus is fourth to the third of BMW. Lexus is fourth to the right of BMW, which means to the right of BMW it should be fourth. So this is first, second to the BMW, third to the BMW, fourth to the BMW. This must be Lexus. Okay, let me erase this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so second one is completely ruled out, and we are left with 1 and 3, these two statements. If we consider the third statement, okay, if we consider the first statement, because Lexus is involved, so if we consider the first statement, Ferrari is next to the right of Lexus. So next to the right is as same as immediate right. Please remember this. Next to the right is as same as immediate right, which means Ferrari must be here, immediate right to Lexus. So this is not E, this is F. Okay. Now we are left with the last statement, which is the third one. Bentley is between Mercedes and Tesla. Alright. So Mercedes is here. So Bentley should be between Mercedes and Tesla. So we cannot place Tesla here, because if we place Tesla here, then where should we place Bentley? Bentley must be between Mercedes and Tesla. So so Mercedes is here. If we place Tesla here, then this is the place where we must place Bentley, so that it is between Mercedes and Tesla. So now we got the arrangement, and the only slot that is left is to the for the final brand, which is Toyota. Okay, Toyota. Alright. So now we assume that all these cars are facing north direction, but in the question it is given that they are facing east direction. Now you can just place it like this: BMW, Tesla, and what is this? Bentley, Mercedes, Lexus, Ferrari, and Toyota. Now they are facing east direction. So anyways, the arrangement won't get disturbed. Alright, the answer that you are going to get is exactly the same, even if you assume it to be north, or even if you assume to be east. Okay, let us move on to the fifth set. Just pause the video and try it on your own. Okay, hope you tried this. A very simple one. PQRSTUV. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So there are 7 members who are sitting on a bench and all of them are facing east direction. Let us mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So these are the 7 members and so 5 statements are given. So if we look at the 5th statement, S is sitting 5th from the north end. See, why we have taken the 5th statement is this is the straightforward statement. You can just read the statement and mark it straightforwardly. See, S is sitting 5th from the north end. I am assuming this to be facing the north direction, even though it is given that they are facing east direction. Later we can just turn it. Okay, S is sitting 5th from the north end. From the north end, S is sitting 5th. So this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, and this is the 5th. So S must be sitting here. So what is north end? See, since we are solving by assuming these are facing north, the first place will be this one. If we had solved like this, like assuming they are facing east direction, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this would be the north one, this is the south, this is east, and this is west. So from the north, this is the first place. So this place this place refers to this one. Alright, hope you got this. So the place of S is fixed, and if we look at the second statement, why? Because S is also there in the statement number 2. That's why I want to pick it up so that we may solve it bit easily. So R is to the immediate right of S. Okay, so R is to the immediate right of S. So R must be here, but not next to U. But not next to you. So you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't come here. And if we pick up the third statement, Q is at the extreme end and has T as his neighbor. Okay, so just imagine if we place Q here. If we place Q here, just to the right of immediate right of R, then where should we place T? Because T is his neighbor, T is the neighbor of Q. But if we place Q here, then it is impossible to place T. That is the reason Q is not at this end, Q is at this end, and T comes here because Q and T are neighbors. Alright, hope you got this. Now statement number 4, because T is again here in the statement number 4. V is between T and U. Okay, so V is between T and U. So anyway, U is not, U shouldn't come here at the last end, at the extreme end. So U must come here. If U comes here, then only it is possible to place V, because V is in between T and U. So out of the 7 slots, 6 are filled, and who is that last one? So the last guy is P. Okay, let's move to the next set. Just pause the video and try it on your own. So hope you got this. So A, B, C, D and E are 5 boys. 5 boys sitting in a line facing south. Okay, while M and OP are sitting in a second line parallel to the first line and facing north. Okay, so double arrangement. So let me write it here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So these boys are facing south direction. So these are the boys who are A, B, C, D and E. So these are the boys, and who are the girls? The girls are M, N, O, P and Q. So these are the girls, these are facing the north direction. So this is the north direction, this is the south direction. Alright. Just pick up the statement which is the best so that we can solve it. I mean we can just initiate the process. Just have a look at statement number 4. See, statement number 6 says that M is at one end of the line. M is at one end of the line. So M, where is M? M is here. So M is a girl, which means M must face the north direction. Okay, M is at one end of the line. So M can be here. M can also be here. But wait a minute. Also consider statement number 4. E is opposite to O, who is just next right of M. Okay. So E is opposite to O. So E is opposite to O, who is next right of M. So in the previous or the before we saw a set where we understood the importance of who. So who refers to the person who is introduced to the immediate left. So O, who refers to O. Alright. So E is opposite to O and O is just next right of M. So O is next right of M. So M is here. So O is to the right of M, which means immediate right of M. So that we cannot place M here. If we place M here, then there is no possibility to place O to the right side of M. Alright. So if we place M here, then we can place O here, and opposite to O there is E. So this case, M being at the right side, extreme right, is ruled out. So M is towards the extreme left. Now consider statement number 3. C and N are diagonally opposite to each other. C and N are diagonally opposite to each other. Where is C? C is here. C is a boy who is facing south direction, and N is a girl. Okay. So C and N are diagonally opposite. So N cannot come here. Why? Because M is already filled. So N can come here. N must come here. Alright. And C and N are diagonally opposite. If N comes here, C must come here, because the meaning of diagonally opposite is this one. The last extreme left hand side of the boy and the extreme right hand side of the girl. Hope you got the difference. This is not a diagonal. See, this is not a diagonal. Nor this. This is also not a diagonal. This is not a diagonal. This one is diagonal. This M and this one, C and N, these are diagonals. Okay, only the extreme ends. Alright, because these are the points which may puzzle you if you do not have enough practice in your examination. These may puzzle you in your examination. That's why I'm just explaining you briefly. So third statement is ruled out, sixth statement is ruled out, fourth one is ruled out. So N comes here. Now if you consider the fifth statement, P, who is just to the left of Q. Okay, P is to the left of Q and is opposite to D. Okay, so where must be P? P must be here down. So P is just to the left of Q, which means immediate left of Q. P is to the immediate left of Q. The only possible case where P is immediate left of Q is Q must be here and immediate left of Q must be P. So this is the only possible case. If we had placed Q here, then P will be immediate right of Q, which violates this statement. Alright, so P is immediate left of Q and this is the only possible arrangement. And the next part of this statement is P, who is just to the left of Q, is opposite to D. P is opposite to D. So D must come here, just opposite to P. Now the last statement is the second one, B, who is just next to the left of D. Okay, since B is facing the south direction, B, who is just next to the left of D, just next to the left means immediate left. Okay, so B is immediate left of D and is opposite to Q. Okay, so we placed B and B is also opposite to Q. The sentence is not getting violated, and the only one who is yet to be filled is A. So this is the solution. Hope you understood this. So let's move on to the final set. Just pause the video and just try it by yourself. Okay, hope you solved this. So there are 8 friends, A, F, H, C, Bravo, E, G and Daniel. Okay, so let us not get into the details of the names. So they are in a queue. Okay, they are in a queue for tickets at an exhibition. Okay, so H is ahead of E, who in turn is ahead of G. Okay, let us first let me draw this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So Harry is ahead of Elon, who is in turn ahead of G. Of course there are 5 statements, but we have to select the best fit so that we can immediately put them, we can immediately arrange them. So if we look at the third statement, Finn and Carrie, F and C are neither in the first 2 positions nor in the last 4 positions. Okay, so F and C are neither in the first 2 positions, they are also not in the last 4 positions. So these are the last 4 positions. So F and C must be here, F, C, or C and F. So they must occupy 3rd and 4th positions. This is for sure. Alright, it can be F and C or it can also be C and F. So if we consider the 4th statement, F is ahead of B. Okay, Finn is ahead of Bravo and there is only one person between them. So Finn is ahead of Bravo and there is only one person between them. So Finn is ahead of Bravo. So Finn is ahead of Bravo, which means Bravo can come anywhere from 5th to 8th positions, any place. But another thing which is given is there is only one person between them, which means there is only one person between Finn and Bravo. So if there is only one person between Finn and Bravo, then Bravo must come here in the 5th position. Bravo must occupy the 5th position because there should be only one person between Finn and Bravo, which is C, which means this case is ruled out. Why is this ruled out? Because if we place B here, then F and B are the consecutive ones. F and B are forming a pair, because and there must also be one more guy who is in between F and B, which is not possible with this case. So this case is completely ruled out. So we arranged 3 persons. Let us see. So Albert is standing ahead of Elon and Finn, but we don't know where Elon is arranged. Harry is ahead of Elon, who in turn is ahead of George. Harry is ahead of Elon, who in turn is ahead of George. So Harry is ahead of Elon, who in turn is ahead of George. Okay. So Elon is ahead of George. Harry is ahead of George. Harry is ahead of Elon as well. So HEG is the arrangement. Let us write it aside for reference. H, E and G. Okay, this is just for our reference. We will come back to them. And yeah, see, if we look at the fifth statement, Daniel, Harry and Finn, D, H and F are in the odd numbered positions in the queue. D, H and F are in the odd number positions, which means F is already on 3. So F is already occupied the odd number position. But what are the remaining odd number positions? It is 1, it is 7. So these two are the only 2 odd number positions. And who are the guys? Daniel, Harry. Daniel and Harry. Okay, so Daniel can come here, Harry can also come here. So if Daniel comes here, Harry comes here. If Harry comes there, Daniel must come here. Alright. See, but if H is in the 7th place, what happens is we cannot arrange this H, E and G, which violates this statement. H, E, G cannot be arranged if H comes here in the 7th place. If H comes here, then where shall we keep E? Of course, we will place E here, but where shall we place G? There are no slots left. So H cannot come in the 7th place. If H doesn't come in 7th place, H must occupy the first one, which means H must be the first one in the row and D must be the 7th one. Alright, D must be the 7th one. So D is here and H is here. Alright, so the remaining slots are 2nd one, 6th one and 8th one. Let's see how can we do this. So are there any statements left? One is over, 5th one, 4th, yeah, 2nd one. So Albert A is standing. Albert is standing ahead of Elon and Finn. Albert is standing ahead of Elon and Finn. So Albert is standing ahead of Elon and Finn. Or it can also be Albert is standing ahead of Finn and Elon. So Finn is here on the 3rd position, at the 3rd position. So Albert must come here at the 2nd position because Albert is ahead of Finn. And we shall also look at this one, H, E and G. H is already placed here, so E must be placed here and G must be placed here. So this also satisfies this one. Albert is ahead of Elon. See, Albert is ahead of Elon because Elon is in 6th position, Albert is in 2nd position, and Albert is also ahead of Finn. Okay. So each and every statement is getting satisfied, nothing is getting violated, hence we are done with the set. So thank you everyone, thank you for watching the tutorial. Hope you understood, hope you learned something. So if you have any doubts, just drop that doubt and I will help you with that. So all the best, prepare well. Thank you.